Well, Jerry, this is our, what is this?
This is our fourth album.
Fourth album that Jerry's produced. He's not sick of me yet.
No, not hardly.
No. Living for the Moment was my first release in America, and I guess with this album, part of me, we wanted to do something, well, I wanted to do something even more bluegrass than the last album. And as kind of the goal with this album for me was to make something that was definitely bluegrass. I had a lot of confusion. Is she a country singer? Is she a bluegrass singer? And then I got called a bluegrass pop singer, and I didn't even know there was a thing such as bluegrass pop. So
well, we started a new genre. So.
We did. Chick grass, as we call it.
That's right.
So this album, I really just wanted to show people who I was and the music that I love to do. So I guess that's what this album was for me. I've grown up a little bit since the last album. So
you've grown up a lot since we started this journey.
You walked in, my head was spinning, heart was beating so fast, I had trouble breathing, trouble keeping.
When we started putting the songs together for this project and thinking about how we wanted to approach it and all that, we started obviously thinking about who we wanted to play on it. And we had three guys that actually played on the last record. Mike Bubb, Stephen Mosion, and Steve Sutton played banjo. And we really enjoyed working with those guys. We enjoyed working with all of them.
We did,
but we ended up tracking this record in Nashville. We decided, we needed to see what we had left that we needed. And I'd been working with a gentleman named Jason Roller. And Jason is just, he's just one of the greatest musicians I've ever heard. He can play anything with strings on it. And he ended up doing the fiddles and the mandolin on this album.
he did. And now I'm trying to figure out how I can get him to play both in my live band.
Yeah, well, that's a challenge right there. We called a guy. I called a guy named Justin Moses that I'd never worked with before, that my buddy Brian Sutton had turned me on to, and he said, "Man, if you're looking for a guy that plays dobro, try this kid. He's really, really great." And man, he was such a pleasure to work with. So talented. He's one of those too that can play anything with strings on it. But he was just a real tasty player that played right in the right spots and really did a great job.
I was
Easy to work with.
officially the most untalented person in the room.
No, that's not true.
No, it's true. It's true.
It's a dark and lonesome highway.
Another Weary Mile. This is the first single off of the album, actually, and Jerry found this song. I told him I wanted a bluegrass song, and this is what you gave me, wasn't it?
It sure was. My buddies Josh Trivett and Mike Rogers and Jason Berry wrote this song, and I'd heard it several years ago and loved it, and always held on to it in case I found a great female. I thought it was a great female song, actually. So I took it to Kristy, and she loved it.
I did.
And I think we cut a great record on it. I hope the writers are as excited about it as we are.
Well, Michael wrote on Facebook that he loves it, so
awesome.
Facebook is the rule these days.
That's true.
It's not
That's
official
true.
unless it's on Facebook. So.
Well, if he loves it, then the rest of the boys, I'm sure, will be great.
It must be good.
That's right.
William Henry Johnson, I wrote this song with Alan Caswell in the Blue Mountains straight after Tamworth. I just won the Golden Guitar Award, and Alan had come up to me at Tamworth and said, "I really want to write a bluegrass song with you." So we sat down at his house and he said, "So Kristy, what do you want to write?" And I said, "I want to write a murder ballad." He kind of looked at me.
Bluegrass, somebody's got to die.
He goes, "Okay." So we started strumming on this minor chord, which kind of, just, all right, well, it's a murder ballad. It's got to be minor. Minor's sad, right? Although bluegrass songs, some of them, you can kill somebody. It sounds like the happiest day of your life. So we started playing this minor, and he come up with this line. William Henry Johnson called himself a ladies' man, and at that moment, right then and there, I knew I was going to end up killing him. It's going to happen. Poor guy had no chance.
That's great, but it's a great ballad.
Thank you.
And,
yeah, I'm really happy with it. There is one line in it for the Americans out there. It says the word blade at the end of the line, and it's not blade like a knife like you think it is. It's a classic English thing that us English Australian, Irish people say that, you know, when a man thinks he's a bit all that, you know, thinks he's the blade.
He thinks he's all that.
He's
That's a good
all
way to
that.
put it.
Jeff and Linda were childhood sweethearts.
Young Love Never Grows Old, I wrote with Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry over here. I love writing with Jerry. It's
I
always
love writing
fun.
with you.
And I sat down with him and I said I wanted to write a song about my parents and their story. They got together at 14 and engaged at 16, married at 18, and had me and my sister by the time Mum was 21. So they were crazy.
They were busy.
Crazy, busy, all the same thing. But no, my dad really wanted a 2007 Mustang Shelby GT. That's his gift from me, you know, when I become a superstar. And I can't afford one yet, so I wanted to give them something. So I wrote them this song with Jerry, and I just told him their story, and it just kind of happened.
Just
didn't
kind of
it?
fell out. I mean, we have written a lot of songs together, and this one just kind of fell out for us. I mean, as you were telling me their particular story, we literally wrote their story specifically. Mm-hmm. And didn't you give this to them at some point as kind of a gift?
I let them hear it at Christmas time. Yeah, so I
Kinda
sent it to
surprised
them.
them, yeah.
Yeah, they had no idea. And Mum just rang and she just had tears, you know, Skyping me. So it was very cool.
That's what songwriting is all about too, is capturing the story the way it should be told and hitting somebody right in the heart with it.
Yeah, definitely. We wrote this song so quickly that we didn't even know if it was any good. We just kind of went back to it and went, oh, okay, that actually isn't too bad.
Yeah, it fell out so fast that we were like, well, maybe we should just come back
over
another
it.
day and check this out and see if it's as good as we think it is. And when we went back and looked at it, we're like, this is finished.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's done. Tick.
You caught me staring.
Part of me that's still in love with you, I guess I loved this song the first time I heard it, and Jerry wrote it with one of my favourite singers of all times, Pam Tillis, and to just think that she's heard me sing now kind of makes me a bit nervous.
she loves your version of it. Pam and I have written several songs over the years, and we've always thought this was a really special one. And it's a story about a girl who is with a new man, a new relationship, but there's still a part of her that's in love with the first love. And Kristy's interpretation of it is perfect. And I know when Pam first heard it, she called me and said, I absolutely love the way this girl did our song.
Daddy doesn't pray.
I came to Jerry with the idea of recording this song, and I was a little nervous because it's a Chris Stapleton song, and everybody, when I knew who Chris Stapleton was, we were standing out in the rain at CMA Fest and there was 20 people watching, but now he's like a mega star. Yeah. So I was really nervous about recording this song because, you know, everybody's heard it, but at the same time I just loved the song and loved the lyrics so much that I really wanted to give it a go and record it. And I kind of had in my mind, I'll do it, but if I don't do it any justice at all, then we'll just scrap it. That was kind of the idea of recording Daddy Doesn't Pray Anymore. It was like, well, Jerry, I'll do it, but what do you think? Am I nuts? Should I do it or not?
No. Well, as far as we know, you're the only female to ever cut this song. And I think that in itself makes it a really special song. The fact that you were able to put your own spin on it, and it's such a wonderful song anyway. But it's hard to listen to it and not just absolutely be crying like a little girl when it's over. Your interpretation is wonderful, and I think it was a real smart move on your part to do this song.
I hope so.
I know so.
I'm no stranger to this lonesome road. I know right where every bloom I'll go. For every turn you take, only
we used a couple of different engineers on this project. We used a fellow that I've worked with a lot, Chris Latham. He did all of our tracking and recorded most of the vocals and backgrounds and everything. And then we used Scott Barnett over at the Crossroads Studio, who is an incredible engineer as well.
Oh, I love working with both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't pick between one, so I was like, Jerry, we have to use Chris and Scott, because we were recording in Nashville, but I really wanted to use Scott as well, so we went over to North Carolina to mix and master the album. And
Scott did all the mixing and mastering, and actually it was a great combination of guys, and well, I couldn't have worked out any better.
I don't think so either. No, definitely
Thanks
not.
to those guys. The goal was to make this a little bit more traditional bluegrass and straight ahead than maybe even anything we had done thus far. And I think we accomplished that.
I think so.
I'm really excited about it. It is a mixture though, and I think that's one of the reasons you chose. There is a song on the album called "The Part of Me," and one of the reasons I think you chose this as the title for the album is the fact that all these different songs, be it the real traditional stuff or even the little bit more progressive bluegrass, I would call it, Alison Krauss kind of stuff, is all a part of who you are as an artist.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
so
Couldn't put it better myself. Jerry's like, he's just, he's like my second dad.
Well,
he knows everything about
a
me.
lot of every song in here is a piece of Kristy, and that's what our goal was, to make it all about her and give you an opportunity to hear the music that she loves the most, that comes from her heart and that expresses who she is as an artist.
Part of Me, my brand new album out on Pisgah Ridge Mountain Home. They are a great team to work with. I'm so excited that I've been able to release this album. It comes out April 8. If it's already past April 8, I hope you've already got your copy. Anyway, it was an absolute pleasure to record. It was so much fun working with Jerry again, and I really hope that you all enjoy listening to the tracks as much as I enjoyed recording them.